Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're well. We're back in Poppyfields Zoo today and we are going to be working around our Pallas cat's habitat. The actual habitat itself is looking pretty good. I'm very happy with it. But we've got this lovely backstage area here. So this is their little viewing area into the bedroom there. I haven't really done any sort of backstagey stuff in the habitat itself yet, actually, so I think I probably should do something with that. I'm just thinking, let's just come in here briefly. Let's have a look at our favorited pieces. Oh, I haven't favorited the piece that I wanted. That's typical, isn't it? Actually, it might be in here. I think it's no, it is in here, isn't it? It's a what is it? It's a water tap of some sort. Yeah, this one here. I should definitely favourite that because it's a very cool piece. I feel like they would use this on occasion if they needed to top the water up. So let's get one of these in here. Lovely. Nice and simple. I feel like that is good for that. Right, so let's come back here. So my thinking here, obviously I need to cover this up, build a wall, kind of disguise the outside of the house. This will mostly be foliage, I think, around the back of this. And then I don't know, obviously, what's going to be next to it. Disguise this as well. Do some sort of edging and flower beds around this. And then I'm thinking I want to do a nice sort of modern bit of architecture over the top. So I'll try and squeeze that into this episode. Even if I haven't finished the bottom, actually, I'll probably try and do that in this episode anyway, because I just want to give it a go. Right, so let's start off here, and let's get our flat roof going here. Let's see, what sort of texture do I think would look good on here? Maybe a nice bit of stone. There's probably other textures that I could use instead of just always using these roof pieces, but the roof pieces just work so well. So what I'm just thinking here, I'm just going to try and, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so it's going to have to just go this way a bit. No, I think that's okay. Yes, good, it doesn't show in there. That's great. Because then what I'm thinking of doing is having little walls on each side, little stone walls. So let's find that same stone. Yeah, so I'll do it there. I will just have to separate that and bring it in. And then on this side, let's see, how does that look? Yeah, that looks good on that side at least. And then, actually, yeah, let's double that up. Actually, yes, I can do that on this side. I can double it up and then bring it in. So I just split that off. I'll just bring it in enough to cover up the wood there. Nice, yeah, this is going to look nice. And then I'll do some nice angled pieces going down the steps here, hopefully. Like that, and then I can do something similar in here, hopefully. This might have to be extra thick, I think, in here. Because that is not quite going to cover that. Never mind, we'll get to that. And then let's go with a bit of that and a bit of that. And let's get that in there. Okay, now let's come into this one and do the same. Cool. So I'm recording this before previous episodes have gone out. So again, I don't really know what your feedback is so far on what I've done in the last few episodes, but hopefully you approve. I'm certainly having a lot of fun in this too, so far at least. I'm looking forward to doing more new animals. It's kind of the fun of the game, isn't it? It's trying new animals, because there are so many in here that you just sort of don't do. It's very easy to just keep going back to your favourite animals all the time. Now, I'm just thinking, yeah, that can just about cover that up. Good. Right, that's looking good, isn't it? And then I need some railings on here. Let's go into our, ooh, what is it? Is it props? Yes. And I'm going to use the ones that I always do, because they're just brilliant. For railings, these just work perfectly. So what I like to do is just flip them up, get them into the middle, and then have them at the right height. So I think that probably is the right height actually for these, because you want it to look nice and safe. So the first thing I'll do is get them right along to the end like that. And in this case, let's just see. Yes, I can just about get away with that. So what I'll do, if I just bring them together, bring them across to this one. Now this might not quite work the same actually, because I need this. Oh, let's have a look. Does that? Ah, no, it shows inside. Ah, that's a shame. That's fine. I can have it like that, and then this one will just just won't be symmetrical, but it will look good in its own way, like that. Fine. Then you have the fun of trying to do it on the angles like this. Here we go. That's good. So where are we? We've got 2 bars showing. I like it to roughly look the same. Get it in the middle. Bring it up like so. You always end up with this little V gap here, but there's really not a lot you can do about that. Right, hopefully this will translate. This middle one is a bit different, but it should be fine. Yep. Beautiful. Look at that. That is what you call an easy staircase. Lovely stuff. Looks nice and safe. Lots of area up here for people to stand. Let's get a bench up here as well if I can. Just disappears in there, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, let's go with a couple of different benches, and then it's not as obvious that they're kind of disappearing a bit into the wall. Okay, a couple on both sides actually, there's no harm in that, there's plenty of room for them here. There we go, and let's whack a bin in there as well. Good stuff. Right, so how do we want to do edging down here? Do you know what I might do? I might go back and grab my favourite edging of all. Let's go with this one. Whoops, wrong button. I haven't used this one over this part of the zoo at the moment, so let's, whoops, I'll completely messed this up, hang on. Let's get rid of angle snapping for a start. Whoops, oh my word, I'm just clicking on everything wrong today, aren't I? Right, here we go. Dear oh dear, it's like my fingers aren't listening to my brain. Which is something that happens a lot. I like this as an edging, I think it works nicely. I have to mix it up a bit just so it doesn't look too repetitive. Look at that, I've got a little bit showing there, so let's just thicken that bit up. And then I'll do some sort of shrubbery, I think, either side of this. Whoopsie daisy, dear oh dear, I don't know what's going on with my fingers today, honestly. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. And then something very similar, I think, around this side. A little bit tricky on the bends here, but we'll make it work. Lovely, I'll just do it to there for now, because I don't know what I'm doing on this side yet. And then we'll get this little one going here, and I'll probably put a tree in here. It tends to be what I do in these little triangles. Actually, in this case, I might not, because I've got other ideas, haven't I? Yeah, so let's have a look at this this thing that I want to do. I don't know why, I just woke up this morning and just had the idea of doing some sort of a modern thing. I don't really know what it's going to be, to be honest. I'm just going to make something up, just like a big roof thing, and just see what it ends up looking like. Do I want to angle snap? No, let's not angle snap. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go a bit smaller, and then I'm just going to slowly do this. So I'm going to create a big round thing, basically. And then I might not use the whole thing. I might kind of split it so it's like a big semicircle, but I don't know. I'm just winging it, really. I just got ideas. I like ideas. Right, and then what I'm thinking is if I angle snap and maybe I want it to look a little bit random here. Something like that. And again, let's go with the small ones, and then again here. Okay, so that's my basic framework. I have no idea if this is going to work. Okay, well, for a start, it's not quite worked that way, has it? I'm just going to try this and see what happens. Right, so my theory is yeah, no. I don't think that is going to work, is it? Because if I keep going like that, it's going to look really odd. It's the sideways bits, isn't it, that don't work, because they're all the wrong lengths. I don't think there's a way around that, really. Tell you what, let's just keep going with this and just see how it looks in the end. Whoops. So if I'm just going to do it like this. Use this old technique and just see how it goes. Sometimes with these round things, they look good in the end. even if they don't look good initially. So it's quite dense in the middle here. Do you know what? That's not so bad actually. It's. I know these are a little bit off, but I think I can get away with it. From back at this sort of height, it looks fine, doesn't it? Okay, so that's that, and then I had a sneaky idea because I have done my own blueprint of something really cool that I created in my last zoo, which was this. And it's a cool little pillar, and I believe it's got some lights actually sunk into it. And I was thinking I could use this in the middle as the support. I could even have it sticking out the top like that, or would I want it down below? No, I would probably want it down here. Just looks cool, doesn't it? Right, now how's it actually combined them together? No. So I want that piece and that piece combined. Okay. I mean, it's as random gets, really, isn't it? I'll tell you what, I might use that actually in that triangle. That might look kind of cool. Let's turn that so that it's kind of straight on with the triangle. It's a lot of polygons, I can tell you that much, but it does look kind of cool. I think it will look nice once I get some foliage in here. I'll tell you what I might do. Oh, this is a thought. I'm just wondering whether I could actually do another one of these that kind of links in with it. I could actually do it, if I'm clever, I could get it right in the middle of this bit. Something like that, and then I could actually lift it up because it is sunk into the ground a bit there. So it kind of blends in, but it's creating a sort of a double height effect. I think that looks pretty cool. Look at that, plenty of people coming up here to see the cats, that's nice. And here comes a cat for them to actually see. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that is looking now. Nice bit of modern architecture. So now I need to do a bit of foliage in here. I think what I'm going to do on the back here is get some tree foliage in. Not that. Maybe something like this. Hang on, let's get rid of the old snapperoonies. Yeah, so stuff like this, just to hide this bank of all this this terrain work that I did over here. Wow, this is suddenly causing me to lag a lot, which is a bit worrying. These things may not survive. I'm hoping it's just because I've only just put them in. But I don't know, it may be a bit too much for the game to handle, having that much stuff in one place. Would be a shame. I don't want to lose it, but yeah, you can tell already. Look at that. That's really lagging, and that is not what we want. And what have we got? Let's try and find something a little bit different in here. I'll break up this light green with some dark. Good. I think that hides that well, and if any of it pokes through, which it does a tiny bit, that's absolutely fine because that looks nice and natural. So that's looking good up there. What do I want to do down the bottom here? Again, you don't have to fill in every gap. I don't need this completely filled up. It looks quite nice like it is. I'll tell you what I might do actually, maybe just get something else in here. Let's just paint this. Let's get rid of this long grass. There's always this kind of stuff, isn't there? Ooh, that looks nice actually. Whole load of this growing. Let's just come out and see. Yeah, I think that's going to look really nice. Let's just kind of fill it in a bit with this. I don't mind if it's not all completely filled up. I can cover some gaps with other bits. Yeah, I'll intersperse a few bits and pieces of other stuff in here as well. But this does look really nice. This is not something that I've used before, I don't think. Always nice to find new things. And then I can kind of get some of this darker stuff in amongst it as well. That looks good, doesn't it? Just kind of highlights the dark and the light of the different foliages. Looks really nice together. Cover this bit in a little bit more. Excellent, that's looking good. What else have we got here? Don't really want any bushes, I don't think. Or maize, that's just weird. Hostas. Is there room for some I'll tell you what, actually, a few of these just around this edge might look nice. Just a few little daisies just poking their heads out. Just trying to find a bit of sunlight. I can get a couple at the back there as well. These look really nice in amongst this darker bit actually. Look at that. That looks really nice and natural, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm liking that. Brilliant. I love this when you just chuck stuff together and see what it looks like. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I think that's looking good. What else we've got? We've got poppies. I don't think I want to overload it with different flowers. I think if I just go back up to the start, we've got some of our favourites up here, haven't we? And I could just get a little bit of this, yeah, just in amongst this. Just highlighting a little bit of extra height, a little bit of colour in there. Excellent. I think that's probably enough. I don't think it needs... Let's see. Does it need anything else like that? No, I don't think it does. I don't think that needs any more. It's just a lovely little grassy area. Fantastic. I like that. Right, I feel like this side would probably be planted up. So let's get some nice plants over here. Now we've got these ones over here. So let's go with a different one. Let's go with these. I love these. These fill out really well as well. They really kind of, they don't leave any gaps, which I like. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Yeah, so let's have a look at this side. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do on this side yet because there may well be another habitat just here or something else. So let's leave that as it is for now. Cool. Wow, that came together really easily, didn't it? I like that very much. Let's have just a quick look at lighting. Yeah, I thought I put lights in this blueprint, but I haven't. But let's do that because we did that when I built them the first time and they worked really nicely. So how did I do it? Let's have a look. I think it was kind of in there and then, yeah, raised up. Look at that, kind of, yeah, just it lights nicely. I wonder actually, does it need to be facing downwards? Actually, look at that, it makes no difference whatsoever. But it does look very cool. Okay, and then let's do the same over here. Let's just get this into the middle. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. Right, and then I'll probably do a little lamp over here, like a little lamp post. It does. I don't feel like it really needs too much lighting up here. I don't think you'd want to disturb the animals with heavy lighting. So maybe just literally just one of those, I think. You've got some mood lighting inside there. Excellent. And then I don't think I really need anything in here. I don't think that'd be a bit over the top. Fantastic. Okay, there we go. So that's our little viewing area done. I think that's come together nicely. So the next job will be deciding what I do in here. I love this path that I used over here, so I think I'm going to use this again. I'm going to widen this out, I think. Let's get rid of the angle snapping. And I'm going to, well, I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just going to make this up and see what happens. Okay, so let's go that. And let's do that. I think that's going to be enough. So my thinking then is to do like a few little vending machines here with maybe a little shelter. And then I can obviously have some flower beds here and down the side. And then some seating. It's quite simple. Just get some benches in here. Where are benches? I've lost benches already. It's terrible. Here we are. Benches, picnic benches. I'll probably go with these round ones again because they just seem like the best design. Make sure you leave plenty of space kind of in between so that people are walking around well. See, and you can just dot them everywhere. Like that. Oops. There we go. So it's a nice little picnic area. Or it will be once I do flower beds and some vending machines. That's going to look really nice. And that will finish that area off quite smartly, I think. I don't mind the vending machines being out in the open like that. It's not terrible. I have seen people using this at least. I quite like what I did with this little flower bed along here actually. Some shrubs and a couple of nice exotic things. So I think I'll continue that theme around here. We've got the nice palms over here as well. So something like that over here I think. And then I'll try and create a nice little sort of stone looking casing for the vending machines. And then I'll cover this wall here with some foliage as well. But that's going to wait for the next episode. For now, that is going to do it. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of my little modern canopies and our little viewing area that we've done over here. And if you've got any more thoughts, ideas, suggestions, criticisms, jokes, anything at all, please do leave a comment down below. Brilliant. Thank you very much for spending a bit of time with me. I really appreciate your company. And hopefully I'll see you again very soon. Until then, do take care. Bye for now.